Mira, mi gente, I know you guys have been asking about a certain figure since our last video about the Blue Eyes White Dragon. And you know what's crazy? It's finally here. The underdog. Red Eyes Black Dragon. Okay, so this is Red Eyes Black Dragon. Canonically kind of like the opposite to Blue Eyes White Dragon. Whereas Blue Eyes is seen of like purity, strength, and just overall just better. Red Eyes Black Dragon is like a symbol for like the underdog and so on and so forth in lore. With that being said, the presentation for the box was pretty interesting. There was a lot of like hieroglyphs that were kind of indicative of the show Yu-Gi-Oh! The back here just kind of shows off some poses that you can do for Red Eyes. And then you're going to see here in a second just how nicely it's actually packed. So sometimes a lot of the figures that we've get over the years, they're not always the best packed, but this guy was perfect. And you're gonna see in just 1 second when I actually take the plastic off, just how shiny the black coating was. It was really nice. Right here, pop it off, focuses perfect. No smudges, no scratches, no nothing. It looked really good even from the box itself. So S.H.MonsterArts always is really good with their figures. I haven't had any issues, and this is just another perfect example of their presentation, packaging, and so on. Look at the scales. You can even see how detailed it went from the actual each of the wing blades, some of the accessories, which include like the secondary talons, and then his attack there. One of the wings pieces did pop off, but that was just an easy, just like pop back in. That might have been just something that was just in delivery and so on. It wasn't anything crazy. It just popped right back in. Again, it's just such a beautiful figure. You can even see it then as I'm articulating. Everything feels good. So that's usually what I try to do, is just trying to bend and see what feels good and what doesn't feel good. Everything felt perfect. No issues with the actual figure itself. One of the things I did notice, of course, with the S.H.MonsterArts is the tongue. The tongue even had articulation. So the tails felt riveted, and each of them felt like their individual piece, which was very nice. The legs on it didn't feel like so articulate. It felt kind of rigid in the way the knee was attached to the rest of the forelimb of the leg. But that's... I mean, to be honest, I wasn't as mad about the articulation for the legs as much. That wasn't really that much of an issue. It was going to be on a stand. So you're going to see there that kneecap. It just kind of had two forms of articulation from the knee. Just came about that much. That was the most that the articulation for the knee was. It did stand up on its own. And here we're just looking at the accessories, the other talons that it came with. So I was wondering why they came with this per se, but it's just that these talons are more opened to the regular ones that they have there. So the ones that are come standard with the kit are more closed. That one's more open. And this is interesting. So this is it says online that it is the Dark Mega Flare, but I don't remember Yugi ever calling it Dark Mega Flare. I remember Yugi calling it Infernal Fire Blast.
Time for Red Eyes to fight back! Destroy his Blue Eyes White Dragon with Infernal Fire Blast!
So either of the two, that may be the Japanese name for his special attack. Again, I know that attack as Infernal Fire Blast, but it's labeled on the figure itself as Dark Mega Flare. Just moving that stuff to the side, just getting more of a look at the figure. This is the base plate. So again, I've said it before in the past about like figures and so on and so forth that don't come with these, and how it makes modeling the figure itself a kind of annoying. But S.H.MonsterArts was nice enough to give us the base plate and the actual extensions to put for the Red Eyes Black Dragon. Again, super nice. I like it when figures come with accessories. I like it when figures come with base plates. I like it when we can articulate them. That's what I look for in a figure. So again, it's really nice to see that. The one thing I can say is, and this usually happens, the figure is kind of stiff when you get it first. And then once you start to articulate everything, right? So the wings, the arms, the tail, the mouth, everything starts to kind of like work, and you can definitely feel it. It was, I said this before, like sturdier design. It is true. It was sturdy. I didn't feel like any part was just going to pop off except for that piece for the wing. Here, I'm just going to show you exactly like the face and so on, and you can see the actual tail. I mean, you could see, sorry, you could see the tongue, the articulation for the tongue. Once this focuses right there, you see it literally moves. One thing I was kind of mad at, or just kind of not mad, but more just frustrated with, its red eyes weren't as red as I wanted them to be. Everything else was perfect. The black color was so deep, and some of the grooves you can even see on top of the wings, inside the wing. Perfect. But it was just the red eyes. The red eyes weren't as red as I wanted them to. Now, of course, this is a bigger figure, so it's going to require a stand. Here I'm just putting everything together. Accessories that come for the base plate to articulate the wings, to showcase its wingspan, to kind of hold it in place on the actual size itself. So in a second, we're going to go to some product shots to actually show what this guy looks like.